It's a little late, but I couldn't sleep. Anyway, I keep getting these comments, and people are like, "Yo, you need to turn your GPUs back on. You know, crypto's up. Get back to mining." And I'm just like, my GPUs, my 30 series, 20 series, my 6600s, my 6700s, those are making money. So I was like, you know what? Let's look into it. Let's make sure we're not missing the boat, because there's been a lot of comments that are just like, man, you need to get back into it. You need to get back into it. Currently, right now, I'm at the house. I have my mini Doge running. I have a 5900X running, just providing a little bit of extra heat. But yeah, like I know they're not making money. If they're profiting, pennies. They're not profiting dollars. So let's take a look at GPUs, because maybe I'm just out of touch. All right, so I'm starting on hashrate.no, and starting at the top with 4090s. They're profiting 36 cents a day on Nexa, 31 cents a day on 4080s on CTXC. 4070 Ti's are doing 14 cents a day profit. And then everything else is just kind of like not profiting. Yeah, 3060 Ti's, the best they're doing is losing 13 cents a day. And I don't know, maybe I'm not like looking at the right websites or not looking at the right stuff. I went over to What to Mine and I put in a 4060 Ti. They're making 8 cents a day on Nexa. I mean, I just don't see it, guys. And I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer on mining. Let's see, 6900 XT. Negative 13 cents a day, 20 cents a day. I'm not anti-mining. Let me turn this back around so I can have like a heart-to-heart with you guys. Okay, so I know I'm not talking to a majority of people that watch the channel, but there's a significant amount, and that's why I feel like I maybe needed to make this video. Yeah, Bitcoin's sitting at $36,000 right now. Litecoin's at 70 bucks. Ravencoin's at 2 cents. Monero's at 162. I'm not saying don't mine. I'm just saying I'm not mining, not for profit. I don't know many people that are mining for profit that don't already have some kind of either very reasonable electric rate or renewable energy. And then that's the next thing that people lead into. Oh, well, you need to build out a solar farm. You need to have tons of solar and windmills and water mills and all this stuff. Well, all this stuff costs money. And in a perfect world, it would all be perfect. But it takes a lot of solar panels to run mining rigs. And it takes a lot of money to build those solar panels. It's just, I don't see it in the cards for me. Now, if it becomes worthwhile enough to mine, I'd say for me to like get back into putting everything up and putting everything back to mining and stuff. And that's another thing, is people think like I got rid of everything. I've only taken down a fraction of my stuff. Most of it's still all in boxes. I probably still could employ like 50 to 60 GPUs in a day or two. I found daggone motherboards sitting in the boxes, brand new mining motherboards, like 4 of them. I'm just like, the more I'm digging, the more parts I'm finding. Because when it was good, I was expanding. And for me to turn it back on, it would need to be worthwhile. We would need to go back to like 50 to 75% of Ethereum rates with that kind of investment. Now, I have looked into other avenues, and I think I am going to be exploring them. I know a lot of guys, it's a touchy subject, but doing a little bit of the AI stuff looks like it's actually really profitable, but you definitely have to have the specific hardware. You're not going to be able to throw a mining motherboard up and slap 8 cards in it and, do AI. That's not going to work. You need to have a good CPU, a good amount of RAM, good motherboard, good GPUs. Like I'm definitely going to restructure. But I've thought about building. I have an X99 board. I could probably get away with doing. I think it's got enough lanes to do 2 full-laned cards, maybe 3. I'm not sure right off the top of my hand. But I do want to do an AI rig, because people are making really good money. I figured it could be really good content. shout out to I don't know if I want to spill those beans as of right now, but you know, shout out to King if you're looking into the AI stuff. He's been beyond a big help. So I need to reach back out to him so that way I can actually get my stuff up and running. I've just been so slammed with the computer shop and then still running my construction business. It's not worthwhile for me to set back up GPU miners right now. And people are like, oh man, you're gonna miss the boat. You're gonna miss the boat. It's, you know, it's gonna scream. It's gonna be crazy. Well, you know what? If it becomes crazy, I'll plug stuff back in and I'll get back to mining. Because if it becomes crazy long enough for it to make sense, then that means I'll be able to be there. If we have a pump and it pumps for a week and I miss half the week, then it wasn't a worthwhile, like, it was just a pump and dump. It wasn't an actual, like, missing the boat. Missing the boat would, me be selling off all my hardware and have nothing. But on the contrary, I've almost been buying more hardware now than I've ever been buying. Opening up the computer shop and using social media and stuff like that to advertise that, I'm buying out systems, I'm buying out people's farms. I do have more hardware now than I did before. So the only thing it would take for me to employ it would be just a little bit of time. But I'm not setting it up to make pennies a day. I'd say if we could get back to making $1 a day on a GPU, I'd be happy with that. And I'd probably turn GPUs back on. And I know you can make that and a little bit more on AI, but I don't have the hardware to employ that many GPUs on AI because AI just takes it's so much more dependent on your system requirements. And we'll be going into that. To employ 100 GPUs on AI would take a significant investment in motherboards, CPUs, RAM. That'd be a decent step. And who knows? I may end up. I build this first AI rig. I may want to step into the realm of doing another one. By the way, I'm sorry, my 3D printer is going nuts over there. It's been making a ton of noise lately. But yeah, I just figured I'd address that. I'm not anti-mining. I'm not telling people to stop mining. People are just, I've had some people, oh, you need to change the name of your YouTube channel. Well, it's been Brandon Coin for so long. Oh, it's going to stay Brandon Coin. I'm still trying to get those coins. They just might not be the coins you're thinking of. I just want, you know what? This has all started out as a hobby to make money with computers. In my eyes, I'm still doing my hobby, making money with computers. Just might be a little bit different. So I'd love for you guys to stay along on the journey and watch everything as I go. I'm not saying there's never going to be mining content or AI content. I know that's a touchy subject for a lot of people. Some of the crypto guys don't like AI and some of them love it, so whatever. But I'm just saying I've always been about showing people what I'm doing, and that seemed to always bother some group. It's like the internet, you're always going to bother somebody. Back when I was showing people, oh, this is a good one of mine, that's not a good one of mine. People are like, oh, don't show them that, don't show them that. And then now that I'm back into computers and I feel like I can generate content at the computer shop. People are like, oh, don't show them where you're buying stuff, don't show them what you're doing. And it's just like that's always been my stick, so I'm gonna do it. And yeah, so had a couple people being like, oh man, you're ripping people off, you're buying parts for 50% of its value. Well, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to deal with the hassle of reselling and dealing with the public, and I understand that. And they're happy to bulk sale their stuff and get 50% of its value because they don't want to deal with all the individual stuff. So yeah, I'm just providing a service. So anyway, hopefully you guys that clears some things up. I'm not hating on mining. If you're doing mining, I actually commend you because it's tough. It's tough to weather it out. And you know what? Mining has been so good to me and it's treated me so well over the years. I know it'll probably treat you guys good too, and maybe I just can't hack it. I can't stick it out on this bear market. Maybe I joke with a lot of my buddies. They're like, you know, what are you gonna do if it goes into a bull market? What are you gonna do? Bitcoin goes to 500K tomorrow. I'll probably be firing up some mining rigs. I'll probably be plugging some stuff in. I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I still have stuff. So like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And on the contrary, if it just kind of muddles along for a little bit longer and doesn't do a whole lot, then the computer shop will be making money. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know. It's just the internet's wild because it's no matter what you do, people are always got something to say. I make mining content when mining's not doing great. They're like, oh man, you're beating a dead horse. Same old, same old. And I'm like, you switch it up and make some different kind of content. People are like, oh man, I want the mining content back. And I'm just like, anyway, I'm gonna peace out. Y'all have a good night. Got some pretty cool stuff coming up, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Printing out some more GPU bracket mounts. I shaved, not showing off my second chin. What's that thing people like, you suck in on your tongue and it makes your chin, like your second chin go away? I don't know. Anyway, gonna grow a little beard back out. All right, the video's over. Later, guys.